Hey, all my jewelers, Tosh here. What is up? Frisky Fox just dropped a bunch of awesome information on the long-awaited crystal airdrop information. So I'm gonna go ahead and review that, talk a little bit about crystal and crystal veil and how those tokenomics are going to work, and how these different airdrops are going to play into those. So super duper exciting. Let's hop right into it. You all know the drill. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button. Also note there's no financial advice here. This is educational content only. Also, sorry about the delay in content recently. The holidays were a little bit crazy, and then if you've been following my Twitter, I was just in a pretty bad ski accident as well. Tore my ACL and MCL. No fun, but I'll be stuck at home, and hopefully we'll be able to push out some more videos for you guys and get some stuff going. So, unless you've been sitting under a rock in the DeFi Kingdoms world, you should have seen that we are getting our first cross expansion into the Avalanche ecosystem. Super exciting. So that's going to be called Crystal Veil. Dun dun dun. So with these expansions, basically think about Serendil, the Harmony ecosystem. Everything is happening there, but it's getting quartered. So there's going to be, for example, instead of 500 million total jewel supply, there's going to be 125 million crystal supply. Instead of the 2,000 original Gen Zeros, there's going to be 2 new classes and only 500 new Gen Zeros. So a quarter of that amount once again. And those new Gen Zeros are going to be only the new classes that are introduced into the Crystal Veil, and that's going to allow for a lot of really cool new breeding or summoning opportunities for us to play with. Alright, so let's talk about these airdrops because they are cool. So Frisky mentioned that they're doing this because we just hit 50k community members on our Discord. Huge milestone for us. So historically, the best way to get airdrops has always been for staking XJewel. So he noted that this isn't changing at all. Most of this crystal airdrop is going to go to XJewel holders. So 600k crystal is going to be distributed amongst them. So that's pretty awesome. Let's do a little bit of math there on that. Alright, so I'm on Kingdom Watch here, and I clicked on the Bank Watch to see what's going on with the data here. If you haven't used Kingdom Watch before, definitely check out my video on it. Really amazing resource with tons of awesome tools. But we can see the total amount of XJewel in the bank. Wow, it looks like somebody just dumped a huge amount into the bank, 271,000 jewel. What? Anyway, right now we have 8.588 million XJewel. So if you have 1,000 XJewel, then you're going to get this amount because I haven't done the math yet when I recorded this. So in addition to the crystal rewards for XJewel holders, also 25 of the Gen Zeros are going to be raffled off to the XJewel holders. I thought it was really cool in this one that Frisky and team made it really inclusive. So you only had to have 100 XJewel in the bank to qualify for one entry, but for every 100 XJewel after that, you will get 2 additional entries for the raffle. So obviously whales will have the advantage, as they should, in this, to incentivize them holding XJewel. But it is really cool, like when somebody with a low amount of raffle entries wins one of those. So we'll see what happens. And again, these Gen Zeros are going to be highly sought after because there are only 500 of them total. So I actually didn't expect this part of the airdrops, but there's also going to be airdrops for hero owners. So depending on how many heroes and what the rarity are, you will get a certain amount of crystal. Here's the breakdown. So if you have a common hero, you'll get 1 crystal. Uncommon hero, you'll get 2 crystal. If you have a rare hero, you'll get 4 crystal. Legendary is 8 crystal, and a mythic is 16 crystal. I went ahead and did a little bit of the math for you guys so you didn't have to, and this actually totals with the number of heroes right now is 185,000 crystal that will be given out. I was able to pull this data from DFK Wiki. Again, I review that in the same video where I go over Crystal Watch, link in the description. Note that this screenshot will be taken on January 21st, so you'll want to collect your heroes before then to take advantage of that. I'm interested if this is going to affect the tavern market prices at all, especially for those rare heroes, because they seem to kind of be like the best buy point for those. But I always thought the rare and legendary heroes have been undervalued for a while, so we'll see how those prices shake up with this switch. Also, that's an important thing to note because the next airdrop is going to be for hero summoners. So any hero summoned between now and January 21st gets one raffle ticket, and this is a raffle for 10 of those Gen Zeros. So again, those Gen Zeros are going to be so highly sought after, and I think this is a really cool way to incentivize summoning a bit, as the summoning rates have gone down a little bit as jewel price has gone up, and it makes sense because it's getting very expensive in jewel price to summon a hero, though it is still worth it. I'm still summoning with my Gen Zeros, even got a Dark Knight today, so that was cool. In the last airdrop, and I was very pleasantly surprised to see this, is that there's going to be some rewards for people that hold Jewel in the LPs as well. So I'm actually not too clear from Sticky Fox's wording here if it's only going to be for the Jewel LPs or if it's going to be for the LPs that don't have Jewel in them, such as like BTC ETH. So that'd be interesting to see. I want to get a little bit more clarification on that, but it might actually just be all of them. So there's going to be 300,000 Jewel that are going to be split up between the pool owners. I believe this is, I think the fairest way to do this would be by dollar value, but again, I think we need to get clarify some of those details. I'm sure that'd be a great thing to bring up in the AMA on Monday. So overall, if we add all these up from the airdrops, it's about 1.1 million crystal that's being distributed, as well as 35 of the Gen Zeros. So we know how 35 of those 500 are being allocated right off the bat. Super cool. I'm really excited about all of this. I feel properly prepared, but I'm really interested about like how you plan on preparing. Also, let's just talk about this in the scheme of the tokenomics of Crystal. So there's going to be 125 million total. If we look at the comparison with Jewel right now, so right now with Jewel, there's 63 million circulating, and there is a total supply of 500 million. So that's going to be about 12% of what is circulating right now. And then if we compare that to the start of this, that's a little bit less than 1% circulating, since 1.1 divided by 1.25, or 125. So less than 1% circulating here. So I think that's actually a pretty significant start to Crystal, and this is not going to be the only way that Crystal is going to be distributed. There's also going to be Crystal distributed from the gardens, as well as a single staking, so you can stake Jewel for Crystal, and we'll learn more about that soon, hopefully. So really excited that we're getting some more details on this. The AVAX expansion might be closer than we anticipate. I'm really curious, what do you guys think about this announcements, and how do you think it's going to affect the ecosystem? Personally, I really like that there's going to be rewards for the heroes as well as the LP holders. One thing I think is kind of weird is that there's actually no additional rewards for the Gen Zero holders. So Frisky and team have mentioned that there's always going to be more benefits for those. So it was kind of weird that there wasn't anything outlined here. Maybe they have something else special planned for us, Gen Zero holders. So we shall see. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot of the stoke from this announcement. Hopefully you're feeling it too. Hopefully you're feeling well prepared for AVAX. If not, I guess you just gotta buy more Jewel. Anyway, not financial advice, of course. Do what's good for you. Anyway, this is Tosh signing out. Thanks so much for watching this video.